was successfully done by the Secretariat under the leadership of Honorable Togwo, to the extent that there was massive turnout in the 1 week registration process of the party. We got 18 million people in total who registered who came and registered, and we are now in the process of digitalization of the register. So I can assure members of NRL that we have a register. The moment we captured names, localities, NIN numbers, identity numbers of members in all the 71,269 villages, that means we have registers. The digitalizing of that information is a second process. A register of members is not just that it should be typed. The moment you have captured your members in every village and you have that data, that is a register. So I can successfully say NRM has a register for the first time. It has a register of 18 million people, and we've not yet captured the school-going children because they were in school. School-going children who are 18 years and above. In fact, we shall start with 16 years and above, because 16 years will be ready to vote in 2026. And then we are going to compare our data with the NERA data. We are going to compare with the NERA data because NERA data has all those who qualify to vote. Then we shall ensure that all of them are registered people with the NERA. And once that is done, I can tell home and people out there, NRM is ready for 2026. What are we going to do with the register? We are going to start with structure elections of the party. The party has to have leaders in all villages, 30 leaders in all villages of Uganda. To the extent that we shall have 30 leaders in the 71,269 villages, means we shall have 2.5 million leaders. Now, if we have 2.5 million leaders, it also means that our flag bearer has 2.5 million votes. If those leaders are correctly mentored and made to know their responsibility is to vote a flag bearer. The importance of this registration process to NRM is that we are going to organize our villages, parishes, sub-counties up to districts by having all those leaders elected. We shall have 30 per village, 30 per parish, 30 per sub-county, and when we come to district, we shall have 40 leaders. Now, when we add up all those leaders, then we come to NRM flag bearers for parliament for the 529 constituencies. At the end of it, we shall have a total of 5 million leaders. Now, when the 5 million leaders are properly mentored to vote for the flag bearers, which means we have 5 million votes. Now, if they are supposed to take even their spouses, wives to take their husbands to vote NRM, husbands to take their wives to vote NRM, and they are just 2, we shall have 10 million votes. So we don't want the presidential flag bearer of NRM this time to run everywhere. We want to do organized campaign where we first meet the leaders region by region, district by district. And once we are sure these are our leaders on ground, those leaders are able to translate their leadership into votes for the party. So while other opposition parties are struggling with oye and way, with us we are going to struggle with how our leaders are mentored to vote a flag bearer. So the registration process is very important because it gives us the starting point. When we get the registration process done, like we have now done with the villages, we are going to digitalize. By August this year, we must have structure elections, so that we have new members of the structure from the village up to the district. By December this year, we should have new SEC members voted from the villages. We get members who will go to Nambole to be able to have a conference to vote new leaders. So that by next year, we are simply doing other primaries, not the structure. What does this mean to other political parties? The National Electoral Commission released the roadmap. So if other political parties are delaying, with us we are ahead of them. I want to be confident enough and to tell the NRM fraternity that we are good to go. Thank
you. We are seeing the PLU club. How can you talk about it?
PLU, which has the guardianship of General Muhoozi, is not a problem to NRM. Is not a problem to NRM. In fact, we are grateful that we have another wing which will help us mobilize the youth. I'm very happy that NRM has that PLU which will deal with youth issues, which will deal with women issues, which will deal with interrogating how we perform. As Chairman NRM Electoral Commission, I am very happy that there is that PLU. It's not a rival force to NRM. No, it's not. It's simply NRM members, but who subscribe to the league called the PLU. And if anything, they also look at President Museveni as their flag bearer. And we are happy with that. I have no problem.
Any advice?
Well, I want only to tell NRM fraternity that we should drop complacence. We should not just sit back and say, NUP is divided, FDC is divided, DP has crumbled, UPC is going to the drain. We must be active without necessarily being financed by the center. Because if you are an NRM in your village, and you are the chairman of NRM in your village, you can call your executive to order. You can meet as executive. You start mobilizing the village. Every village has a structure which we are now going to replace because their term has expired. But even now, they can organize themselves with it. So we should avoid complacency. We should avoid thinking that everything should be when we have money. We must start working for the party and popularizing the party achievements. This party has made several achievements. We have a Myoga, PWD, NADS has been everywhere, OWC has been everywhere. So the leaders should popularize the achievements of government. If people say, we don't have roads, rain has destroyed roads. Rain came from God. Rain is a natural calamity. Even if you make Maram roads and rain comes, it will sweep it off. We must be with the people and explain to them the achievements of NRM. Thank you.
Okay.
So you are like that, you are TV?
Yes.